This is 20 hacks from the axe of art!
What's up, YouTube? It is Sploosh here, and I'm bringing you some solo mid gameplay with one of my favorite heroes, the Axe. He was a last pick for my team, and I believe a great counter pick. You know, it gets frustrating when you play this game and people deliberately counter pick, and that's why I ended up coming out late. And I must add, I didn't do it on purpose. I actually was planning on a completely different pick and setup, but things dictated a change in concepts. I was hoping to play maybe more of a ganker and not be mid, but regardless, this is what happened and this is how the game turned out. Let's watch and enjoy. So, why did I pick Axe? Every hero that plays mid or can play mid has certain heroes that they're plus against and certain heroes they're minus against. In this case, I would say that Axe is, you know, top 5 of whatever those 5 may be. I could make a list, but I'm not going to try right now. That can stop Bloodseeker. Axe can also stop Pudges, even though it does take some work and you can't just, you know, face plant yourself and expect to win. You do have to actually play the game. But Axe is pretty solid against Pudges. He's one of my favorite picks in that lane. Anyone that's ever laned against a good mid Pudge can attest to the frustration that is provided. It can be really crazy. I mean, you play a hero that you're really good with, but a few bad hooks come out and all of a sudden you're losing your lane and getting and feeding. You see right here, this guy is not respecting. Just missed first blood because of my feeder teammate up top. I must say though that the lane decisions were terrible. I had no part in it, but we did have a TIE Hunter and Luna top lane. I'll just say that you never want to consider Luna a ranged hero. Think of Luna as melee and your life will be a lot easier. It makes sense. So for example, these two, not a good lane combo. This one here, Windrunner and Keeper of the Light, either of them would have been better with Luna, and that lane would have gone from a negative to a positive. So I would have put Ty down here. It would have been, yeah, I mean, Ty could slow these guys and save the other guy's life. Regardless, back to mid. It's not under my control. And actually, one thing you might find interesting about this game is you'll look at Luna at 149 gold per minute and you see Tide at 75 gold per minute. Really, really bad considering that their top lane, which is supposed to be the easier lane and the farm lane, and they're supposed to carry us to victory. You know, I would never consider Axe a carry. He's not even close. However, he is a sneaky semi-carry. And not only is he a sneaky semi-carry, but he happens to have probably the most underrated skill in all of Dota, which is Initiation. Initiation with Blink Dagger to AoE taunt people, making them silenced and unable to move. It's amazing. So why mid? Well, as I said, he does really well against melee heroes. I'd also say he, you know, sometimes you'll see a Kunkka mid. He can do well against that. Doom mid, he could probably work that out pretty good. Even though Doom's a bit tanky, it still would be pretty solid to scare him off. And once you get Doom down to a certain level of hit points, he's, you know, not getting natural regen like, say, this Bloodseeker over here. But anyway, you know, yeah, just think of melee. There's not a lot of melees that mid. Other heroes you may see mid that I believe Axe could have an advantage against is Undying, Tide Hunter, Sand King, Night Stalker, and Tiny. So he's a bit of a niche grab, but it works. Alright, so why mid? Well, you get fast levels. Fast levels provide the Culling Blade. Culling Blade insta-kills people at 300 health, 450 health, and 625 health, you know, respective of the level. That is pretty amazing because I'm going to go gank bottom, and that's why I grab boots earlier than usual. Sometimes I'll take Vanguard faster than just boots to get that massive early game beefiness. But look at here, we got this guy at 546 health, right? And yeah, it's 5 minutes in the game, but how much health is this guy really gonna have? Look, he just went below 300, and see you later, buddy. It's pretty amazing, wouldn't you say? And cooldown is not that bad. Look at it, gets lower than a minute at level 3. I just love, though, how when you get this ability at level 3, you can usually do it at a point where other players are around level 12. And so that means if you jump on a really annoying support, let's say maybe like a Sand King or a Leshrac, you know, that kind of stuff, a Luna, you know, those kind of heroes that just want to spit out their spells and die. Well, you can, you know, usually when you get level 3 of this, they'll be at around 1,200 to 1,000 hit points, which means you only have to do about half health to them to kill them, which is not much at all, considering, you know, you spin for 190 damage and auto attack for, you know, probably will end up being about let's say 100 per hit. Now, you see what I did there? I made this maneuver because mid decided to go and gank top. So you want to always punish someone for leaving the lane. In some cases, it's not a good idea. For example, I've played games where you kill this bottom tower, and then their really annoying hero, like Clinks, just sits around here farming, and anytime you attack him, he goes invisible. Yeah, I know you can get dust and all that, but the thing is, if they've got wards here, it's really, really hard, and it takes a lot of energy. So I get the money from getting the last hit on the tower. You see my gold per minute is jacked up to about 400 gold per minute, which is just amazing at this level. So the Vanguard's amazing because it's only 7 minutes in the game. I'm almost 2,000 hit points. Can block massive amounts of the damage people hit for. You know, I'm gonna go for a quick hit kill on this guy and then run up and try to finish this. Let me change something here. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at the dire point of view. So yeah, okay. Now here, I know I'm getting real close, and this is another topic. You'll notice I have the Ring of Protection. I actually think that's pretty solid because it basically doubles your early game armor. I don't know what, this would probably be like 12% or something without the ring. 14%, whatever. So, the reason I get that too is I like to get Tranquility Boots. In fact, the last 3 games I've played Axe, I got Tranquility Boots. What decision comes from that is how many heroes on your team are going to give you mana. Now, if you look at my team, you might say, well, yeah, you got Keeper. He can give you mana. But I don't want to depend on that too much, and Tide will probably get mana boots, but his farm is atrocious, so that's going to be taking too long. So I decided I'd be one of the contributors to mana boots. If you do get like 2 guys with the boots though, I would recommend going Tranquility because that just adds more regen and armor, which is nice. It gives you that movement speed, and if you've been hit a lot, it gives you boosted movement speed as like a weird passive, which lets you run the hell out. So if you like Cull or Culling Blade, that gives you movement speed 25%. This one gives you the 10% movement speed, and then you've got the bonus from the boots. So you actually run pretty fast. So I want to get hit by as many creeps as possible. That guy gets away, but that's fine. Now right here, look at his health. Just so close to 300. He was like 7 health off. It's my bad, I didn't really check. I figured I had him. But regardless, these guys are scared off. Now, I don't think I've shown it yet or mentioned it, but the top lane actually does a really good job. What they do is they constantly keep pulling this group right here, and these guys never ward it. So what that provides is the lane getting pushed back up to the tower, forcing these guys to either hang back here or come up, and they always make the decision to go up, which I'm not going to quite say is a horrible idea, but it allows us to make these sort of like counter push and then push. Right, a little dangerous for me getting that low because of Bloodseeker, but then I saw him down here, so it was fine. Now we got a huge posse up here. Keeper of the Light just kind of holding down. Gonna get these? I don't think we're gonna do much here. My goal though is to keep the advantage I've got the mana boots, so I can keep giving mana to Tide. It was a very limited mana pool, and I'm keeping the mana for myself to keep trying to get myself up. Now, one thing to note is if I go Tranquility Boots, I generally go stats after maxing these two skills out, at least for, say, 2 to 3 levels, just to give myself a buffer on mana. The goal is when you blink in to have, you know, like a blink, a taunt, and then an ultimate, right? And then with giving myself stats, what that does is it allows me to usually maybe blink another time, but definitely taunt another time. However, with the bonus of 250 mana, that's practically not quite double, but at least a third plus, 35% or whatever. So with that boost in mana, I can now consider Hunger. And Hunger is crazy good. These guys dying. Hunger is crazy good early game, and even mid game. I mean, look at that. It lasts almost 20 seconds and is doing just about radiance damage. This guy, I could see, was made a decision not to run away. And he could have died from that arrow, but he'll definitely die from this. It's always fun to just roll in there like that.
Good day, sir.
And so, of course,
is under attack.
this bird's doing silly things. And dies.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So this guy's doing good things. He did kind of the same strategy that I did. He is doing like a forward push. I was hoping to buy a TP and stop that. Right over here, I was actually gonna grab one, but and you see my the amount of money I have. I know Blink Dagger is within sight, so just grab the TP here, just in case Orange gets too cocky and keeps going. So what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, so you know, stats, if you get Tranquility Boots, you can just go straight Hunger for the extra DPS. I'd say that's pretty smart. Oh, catch this guy. I decided to kind of pull him towards Luna. And here's kind of a scary moment. They got me ruptured. We end up killing Blood and getting away. Pretty sure this guy's gonna, yeah, he's totally gonna die. Look how fast he's going, damn. I just barely missed that, but it didn't matter. It's actually a good wave by the Keeper of the Light, because he forced him to not just run flat out away and get killed. So, yeah, I got away to live another day. Really want to get that Blink Dagger. So, at this point, Bloodseeker can't stun. This guy here can't stun. Juggernaut can't really stun. Magebane can't stun. And Vino can't stun. So I decide, hey, you know what? I'm tanky enough where if they jump me in numbers, I'll just teleport away. And that's what I do. You know, I actually just thought about this. If I do Berserker's Call, which gives me bonus armor, do I then get to Town Portal? I think I can. That's pretty slick. Gotta try that one someday. So I get really aggressive. Just want to kill this wave as fast as possible. You can actually auto-attack creeps to get rid of the shots. That's what I did right there. Nice little trick. And now I run forward to get a free wave and let the creeps do the work, especially since I have a catapult. It's pretty nice. And there we go. Meanwhile, they're deciding to keep up here. Now, none of them have TP scrolls, and they can't get up here because my team's got them so pushed. So it's pretty cool there. Let's see. I have enough for Blink Dagger already, but I'm gonna last hit this tower. Yep, there we go. Now it's time to go get my Blink Dagger and go help top. And now you guys are gonna see why Initiation is amazing. That stalemate that's been top all game is still there. Not sure what this guy's doing over here. Just sneaking in some farm. But now is the moment of truth. Keep in mind now, look at this. 15 minutes into the game. Blink Dagger, Vanguard, Arcane Boots. Gonna go for the squishy guy. Now, keep in mind, I did have my level 2, so you see how fast he died. And then I still had my battle hunger, which got the kill there, so I didn't have to go after him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
yeah, that guy's dead. Hit by the wave. So all good stuff, right? I knew the tower was going to die, so we just went straight for it. And now look at this. Look at the gold per minute on my teammates. I got 1 tower, then 2 towers, and they just got kills and assists. So they just went from 200 gold per minute to 300 gold per minute. And, well, Tidehunter went from 80 to 180, but who's counting? So that's how, you know, a team fight can turn things around. And you see here also even Windrunner's doing okay too. Not, you know, kind of an optional sort of carry support, but he's got the farm he needs. And at this point, we just gotta hope our Luna keeps things going. I don't think Luna has much trouble at this point, because you see Luna went for the Helm of the Dominator, which you'll notice in my previous video is a suggestion I made, and it's a good one. This guy can now jungle and get his farm up heavily. And I believe he'll stack some creeps at some point over here. We'll catch on to that later. So at this point, I'm just trying to sneak in some farm. Oh, and you'll notice an item choice here. I went for the Vitality Booster. I think that's a super cheap way to take advantage of something I'm already doing, which is being super tanky. I've toyed with the idea of getting Blade Mail at this point, but I find Blade Mail kind of meh at this time. I mean, I'm super farmed, so I'm making a decision to get a heart. That's what I'm doing. And the cheapest way and the fastest way to be a badass right now is to use this Vitality Booster. I could see, though, if this was, say, 25 minutes in the game, maybe I would have went for the Blade Mail, just because at that point people tend to get 4 points in a lot of their skills, so it's kind of nice to watch casters melt themselves on you. So, yeah, there's that. It really depends. But at this point, I'm a pretty big fan of what I'm doing, and I'd recommend it to anyone. Let's see, what are we up to? I TP'd over. Now, we have a huge advantage on these guys, so we decided to keep it going. That is how you want to play this game. If you find yourself gaining an advantage and having a farm, the first thing you're going to want to do is basically ward and control the opponent's jungle. It forces team fights, and the only alternative they have is to push your opposite lane, but we still have that tower, right? Up here, we still have this tower. So if we see them start to cross the river, we can immediately TP the appropriate amount of people and take over. So it's basically knowing you're winning and then keep it rolling. At this point, my team's wanting to push. Makes sense with Keeper and me in the game and the initiation. So I take a little extra farm, and yeah, got TP scroll. So yeah, we got good things happening right here. I don't think, yeah, I was too far away. I knew if I waited any longer he would run away anyway. So let's see, does anything big come out of this? Not thinking. We're just getting nuked to death.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So at this point I'm just thinking, let's kill the tower and get the hell out of here.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
These guys are
Dire's top tower is
kind
under
of
attack.
destroyed. I feel like we're missing some people. What are they doing up here? This is an interesting choice. Oh yeah, we saw this on the ward. Oh man, yeah, I did a nice blink from here. The dude blinked away, but this guy did a great job of cutting that off. He predicted it and went down this way. So that was just amazing. Sorry for not getting a better camera angle, but I ran up here, blinked through the trees to here, knowing that they'd be there. I was actually hoping to get Bloodseeker because I knew he'd be more screwed, and I would have been able to ult him. But it is what it is. So let's check the hit points here. I have, at this point, 450 damage call. This guy is 800 hit points, so that's about right basically half points. This guy's 700, so less than half. 900, close to half. This guy went tanky, so he knows what's up. But you see me blink in to start this fight. I think I'm gonna die here. Yeah, that's my first and only death, I believe. But see what happens. And I look at this. I got the call off on this guy. Look at him dying. Isn't that great? So he basically goes to useless. Team's getting stomped on. Oh, that was a good turnaround right there. Great turnaround. The nuke from Luna does that short stun, which can give you a last moment. Oh, and apparently this guy did some work. I'm not sure I agree with this build he went with. I actually seen Windrunners go like Windrun and Focus Fire, and then you'd cast Windrun and use Focus Fire, and you can be basically unhittable for, what is it, 5 seconds plus the nuke you're doing. It's pretty neat. Like against an Ursa, it's pretty cool to see an Ursa run up to you. You use Windrun, and then you start casting your ult on the Ursa. And the Ursa's like, derp, why can't I kill him? And then all of a sudden Ursa's running from you. I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. I decide to pull here. I see the creep wave, I see the timer, and I'm thinking, you know what, let's make this a little thicker. And I think at this point we're thinking Roshan. Again, we're so beefy and so ahead of them on gold that owning their jungle and then taking Roshan is the next step. Also, we're running out of towers to kill, and getting a Rax around this time is pretty good things. So now we're going to try to kill all this stuff, waiting for the help, which is coming. Now, I try not to take too much of the farm, because at this point, I'm really not that worried. I'd say my items are pretty much optimal for the time frame. Sure, getting a heart and all that's really amazing, but it's not going to help me to have the heart more than it would help Luna to have, say, her BKB. Now they're scouting, because they must know something's up. But see, again, this is where initiation matters.
Dire's top tower
Because they know, look, they know any one of them get caught, and then it's over for them. Not really sure how this turns out, though. I don't really remember this moment. I think they're just going to say screw it. Which is interesting, because actually Jug's ult... What level is Jug's ult? Level 1. Yeah, poor bugger. So they're conceding at this point, this thing. So we're going to go all in. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention that I was thinking about is everyone should know this, but Culling Blade is unmitigated. You can't block it. Like Void can't dodge it. The Templar Assassin can't absorb it. You know, basically, BKB can't protect you from it. I'm pretty sure you can't cast on, say, someone who's physically immune, but that's only 4 seconds, and that's pretty minimal situation. So yeah, and I think I've made my point that Culling at this point, and with this amount of domination and winning mid, it's pretty darn amazing. The ultimate is when you can get that blink call right off the bat. That's pretty fun, but it's a rare thing to ever happen. So this should be pretty much a guaranteed win. I think what I'm gonna do is, let's see, what do we do? Yeah, we're gonna push here. Let's keep this interesting. We know what we got. Now I have the Aegis, and I think at this point that's by far the best decision. Giving it to, for example, Luna is sort of silly because it promotes gameplay on Luna that really doesn't make sense, where I am running around just becoming a huge distraction, and we already see that I have an item advantage. I'm gonna play. Now remember, I died the last time I was up here being crazy, and I think it was because my team wasn't ready, and it was a little bit of my fault for not communicating, or whatever. I don't know. But here I am a lot more careful. I'm a lot more like, you know, attacking, like, okay guys. Now I was planning on blinking down here, but you see I end up going here because of the amazing Tide ult. I mean, that was just ridiculous. Tide ult into my taunt, into nuke from this guy, into Luna ult. And I'm sure, I didn't see it, but I'm sure Windrunner got at least one nuke out of that. And I elect to just take all those hits. I probably should have let the creep die, but no big deal. When you have an Aegis, you play pretty crazy. And now here I'm doing the same thing. At this point though, look, there, see, I auto-attacked the tower off of me. It just jumps right back on me. That's pretty awesome. Oh, look, this guy got stuck on trees right there. Killed. It's interesting, I actually spun to kill him. Not quite sure why. Maybe the tower hit me right as I TP'd? I don't know. But now, 26 minutes in, Arax is down. That's going to be basically like a GG kind of moment, you know? I could probably just stop this video now and you've seen everything you could relevantly need to see. Now I'm ruptured here. I clicked the TP, but they kill me. Because I didn't need to stay here. But hey, now I'm alive. So... Oh man, could have called him. Let's see. Oh, if I could only... Ooh, get him! Yeah, that's great. Got a godlike on our Windrunner. Good game. This is getting bad. We're all low. Wow, that thing coming down stuns, huh? That's pretty wild. Oof. Just saved right there. And I think, yeah, there we go. And we're out of that. Now check out my massive farm. I'm going for that Reaver. Rather predictable. And so that's pretty much it. Let me think here. So is there really anything else for me to say? I like to get the heart. The heart's pretty cool because towers don't trigger the heart's little cooldown, so you can just sit on a tower, and as long as another player doesn't hit you, you're basically indestructible against all AI. That's pretty nice. Items after the heart, probably blade mail, because blade mail is underappreciated maybe. I mean, first of all, this guy needs armor. 6 armor, look at the mitigation, it's not very good. It's cheap. It produces a lot of DPS because, especially if you're fighting a heavy magic team. Here, yeah, blade mail, for example, would probably do some work on Vino, for example. Just the fact that people are taking damage while attacking you. And then, you know, let's see. What other items is there really? Suggested items. Oh, wow. Amazing stun there. And then you see my ultimate. Now, I had a level 3 ultimate there, so 650 or 25 threshold. That's just all over for Mage. How many hit points does Mage have? Probably not going to see it until he spawns. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fast forward now to when things get interesting again. Now, here we are, we're pushing the base again. Took out that top tower. Doing a nice little taunt over here. Trying to get on somebody. Probably not the most ideal target. A lot of just madness. Oof. Mage, what were you thinking? I think he got sheeped right there. And I'm being given mana, which is pretty nice. And at this point, I think this is pretty much over. Yeah, look at the timer there. So pretty much here it's just a bunch of domination. You can see where just having a heart at 30 minutes on the axe with Vanguard. Ooh, you got a nice little blink kill right there. And this is just silly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't leave the base at this point. I mean, when you have a heart and you have that crazy regen, look at it, alright, yeah, so 72 health per second there. You can just stand in towers, it's not even a threat.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just trying to kill these guys. I think I've pretty much covered everything though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys see how... Oh, I didn't have my ult yet. No, I didn't get to see how much health Mage has either. Look at this nuke on... Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, that's so much fun. I'm sorry, but that's just too much fun. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have other videos. I had a great Zeus video I put up recently. I had a nice Luna one. Yeah, just heroes I enjoy playing, honestly. I'm still getting the hang of Invoker. I think I pretty much got him down. I don't think he's really as hard as people make him out to be. So, you know, stay tuned. You never know what will be next. This is Sploosh, providing you amazing content. Adios.